What's up guys, Mech here. It's a double feature because we missed last week. So I'm recording the beer review for this week as well. And this is a beer that I grabbed on a whim. I went into the gas station thinking that I would be doing the beer review the next day, and it ended up not happening, so it sat in my fridge for a week. But I went in and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to review this week, so I guess I'll just grab something. And that's what I did. One that I have not tried yet, and that's the Redhook IPA Longhammer Dry Hopped India Pale Ale. I've never tried this one before. Brewed by Redhook Brewery, established in Seattle, Washington, 1981. So, hop on over to beeradvocate.com. And with this beer, we have a 3.28 out of 5, which is considered okay. Which is, you know, not even that very many points away from being considered good. I think considered good was like 3.5 or something, so it's not far off. I guess you could say it's like a C, maybe. 3,372 ratings, so you get a more broad score here when you have that many ratings. Brewed, of course, by Redhook Ale Brewery, New Hampshire, United States. Why does it say that? Right on the can it says brewed in Seattle. Brewed by Redhook Brewery. It says established in Seattle, United States. Or, Washington. But... oh, I stand corrected right here. Redhook Ale Brewery, Seattle, Washington, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Portland, Oregon. So they have those breweries across the country in those locations. Don't know where this one in particular came from. I wouldn't be surprised if it was New Hampshire, because that would make it more closer for them. But that's interesting. So, style's an American IPA. We all know what that is. On the bitter side, and hoppy. Alcohol by volume is 6.20. Availability is year-round. And we got a little bit of notes here. So, the generous addition of hops both during and at the end of the fermentation process, dry hopping, gives our India Pale Ale its characteristic bitterness and piney citrus aroma and flavor. The medium body, crisp finish, and moderate alcohol and IBU levels make this one of America's most drinkable and best-selling IPAs. Well, we will see then, won't we? Interesting. Nice little notes. I love it when they include notes, because sometimes they don't have any. Here on the can we have Redhook Longhammer IPA is brewed with a generous addition of hops during the boil and dry hopped at the end of fermentation. The result is an India Pale Ale with a piney and citrusy hop aroma and flavor and crisp finish. Redhook Longhammer IPA is a West Coast classic and one of America's most drinkable IPAs. So, similar to the notes I just read. So, I can get the keyboard out of the way here. Go ahead and pop her open. Or keep calm and have a beer glass. Looks a little dirty. That's because I just did the last review of the 603. Go ahead and pour this one out. A bit of an aggressive pour, as I always do. Gives you more head than beer. You got like more than half a glass here of just head, and it's a white frothy head. And then the beer itself, it's got kind of like that like golden honey orange color kind of to it, like that yellowy orange, like if you were to look at honey in the glass, slightly like that, I guess. Okay, this is not good, but here's the thing. That first smell of this instantly reminded me of what. Okay. Okay. I'll give you a little context here. Our cat litter boxes, you can see this is not going in a good place already. Our cat litter boxes at my house have like a pad in the bottom. This is not the thing you want to be talking about during a beer review, but I have to because this is what I thought of. There's a pad in the bottom of the litter box. You can imagine what it does without me telling you. So you got to pull that tray out and change out the pad every now and again because it gets kind of, you know, loaded. You know what I'm trying to say here. It has a distinct smell to it when you change it. And unfortunately, the very first sniff of this reminded me of that. Not sure how I feel about that. No. But, even with that said, and even though I thought that, with that smell, we're getting some citrus in here. We're getting citrus, we're getting hops, a slight sweetness. You could smell crisp. This would have it. And that's about it. I'm so sorry, I don't know why that smell came to mind when I smelled this. But really, that's what I got from it, and that's terrible. I mean, you got like a head here, looks like a lemon meringue. I don't know why I got that smell. Maybe it's because maybe they're scented. Maybe they're lemony, fresh scented, and this is lemony. I don't know. Just that combination of smells. They remind me of that, and that's just ugh. No thanks. Anyway, go ahead and get over with. Cheers. We're gonna have a sip. I'm sure it's gonna taste way better than that thought I had about it. So. Get past the frothy head here. Okay. Last, it does taste way better than it smelled, and way better than the thought that came to mind when I first smelled it, and that's a good thing. It's good. It's an IPA through and through. It's hoppy. It's got the little bit of the bitters. But like the can says, like they say in their notes, it is very drinkable. It's not too harsh. And I think this is one of those beers where it's like, they say, you know, it's so drinkable because it's not as harsh in the bitters and the hop character as most other IPAs. Which, really, I feel like that's just a fancy way of saying that we watered it down a little bit so that it's easier for you to palate. You know, but if you're already into IPAs, you can appreciate the way that they taste. It's not going to be off-putting to you. Unless it's so bitter and so hoppy that you can't get past it, and it's just, it takes over the whole flavor. But, that being said, if you do like hoppy beers, but you don't want one that's going to kick you in the teeth, if you're just kind of relaxing, and you don't want to grab one of those light beers, if you know what I'm talking about, this is a nice alternative. I mean, if there was like a light IPA, this would probably be it. That's what I think of when I taste this. A light IPA. All the characteristics of an IPA, it's just not as intense, not as strong, lighter. Is there any other word for it? That's exactly what comes to mind with this beer. So, let me know what you think. I think it's good. I for one enjoy IPAs, but I never used to until I created a palate for them. But this is it's not as harsh, and sometimes that's nice. Sometimes you like that. I myself am not a fan of light beers like your Budweiser and Bud Light and Miller, Coors, all that stuff. I'm not a fan. I'll drink them, but I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna buy them. This is like a lighter option of a more tasty beer, and I think that's sometimes nice to have. So, let me know down in the comments if you've had what was it again? Redhook IPAs or anything from them. I'd love to hear what you think. And what do you think about IPAs that are a little bit lighter? Because I know sometimes people like to be sticklers and they'll say, you know, IPA is supposed to be rough and tough and you know, to each their own. I mean, they can be on the lighter side sometimes, and that can be nice. So let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed. Thumbs down if you did not enjoy. And yeah, let me know. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching again, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.